Oh, hi, good evening. I promised last week that I'm going to be doing this live interview, Facebook about social enterprise. And last week I thought I would remind people who I was and what I do. I meant social entrepreneurs and any part of their, whether they're starting up, they've got an idea and want to find out whether the idea can be monetized, or if they want to grow, their business and make a better, huge impact in making a difference. So today I thought I want to talk about the three benefits. There's a lot of benefits of being a social enterprise over mainstream businesses, but I just thought I would just focus on three and to get people to start thinking about what are the benefits, because sometimes people say, oh, what are the benefits? What is the difference between running a mainstream business and that of running a social enterprise? And for me, I feel one of the major differences is being focused on making an impact, making a difference, and contributing to society. They're focused. You're focusing on your purpose and your passion and your big why. Some people call it their calling. What they feel their gift they were given to contribute in society, and at the same time make an enterprise out of it. Where is mainstream business? Is the bottom line is the profit. Their main focus is this enterprise making any profit, and they're not really thinking about the social impact their business is doing or not doing. They might be aware, but they are the stakeholders and the investors of that company are looking at the bottom line, their dividends and their profits they're going to make at the end of the quarter, the end of the year. The second benefit of being a social enterprise for me is that by its very nature, is that this enterprise is genuinely out there to solve a social problem. And it could be an environmental problem, it could be a housing problem, it could be a drug problem, it could be all sorts of problems which are in the society. So that is a huge benefit. It's a benefit to the society at large. It's trying to solve a social problem. And some of my clients, for example, have got the varying degrees of what they're focusing. One of them repairs mobile phones, and it's all about recycling and wanting to make a difference so that we don't throw away our phones and have some more phones made. And that is trying to solve an environmental problem. And also know of a social enterprise which recycles tables and chairs and desks from offices. They get paid to go and pick them up, recycles them, sells them again, and they make a profit from that. And they also employ disadvantaged people with learning difficulties, and disabled people. So that's a huge, if you're doing it, it's solving a social problem by creating employment, but it's also saving the desk and recycling, and it's good for the environment. There's so many examples about these social enterprises which are solving a social problem. It could be about housing, it could be rehabilitating people coming from prisons. All these are really social problems which needs a solution. And they've created the enterprise around solving a social problem. So I mean, the benefits are just mindful, loads of benefits from just one enterprise. As I said, it could be environment, it could be creating jobs, it could be literally solving people's mental health and drug problems, and having somewhere to live. The other third benefit I feel for running a social enterprise is that the public are becoming more and more aware about businesses making a contribution to the society in which they work. So I think it's quite a big benefit. And also wanting to buy from ethical companies or social enterprises. People are actually voting with their own purses and making that choice of wanting to buy or do business with enterprises which are socially solving a problem. And also the issue about people like stories, and if you're solving a social problem, people are becoming aware of the stories behind the why that, like for example, someone who might be repairing mobile phones. People like to know the story behind it, that they're wanting to repair the mobile phones because they want to save the environment. People are becoming more aware of the story behind and go purposely to go and provide or buy from the person because of the story behind it and the purpose of the person. The recycling of the desks and office furniture. People want the story, the human story, that this desk was recycled, it was tended and loved and done by someone with learning difficulties, and the difference it made to that person who now has a job repairing this whatever. And as I said, it's all about stories and the difference it's making to people's lives. And the public are they're really voting with their purses and saying they just want to do business with an interesting story, not just from a corporation, which is the members of staff are sort of a number, and it's just so huge, it's so impersonal. There's no personal story behind. I think it's another huge benefit, because the social enterprise is trying to solve a social problem. So it will have a social story, it will have a human story behind it. And that is really one of the benefits of setting up a social enterprise over setting up a mainstream business. But the whole issue, and my mission in life, is that the way forward is that business are going to all become social enterprises. They're going to be mainstream, because that's how the public are voting with their feet and their purses, and that's how the public want to they're moving towards that trend. So I can see a future where there's not going to be any difference, really, because I think all the enterprises are going to be social enterprises. They're going to have to think about their purpose, why they're there, and how they treat people, or how they're contributing to the society in which they're doing business in. I wanted to talk about this, or continue this discussion about the pros and cons of setting up a social enterprise. Please don't hesitate to PM me or to write a comment on this video, and I'll get back to you. And I'm here to really add value and to continue to help in any way I can. Goodbye. Next week. Bye-bye.